Yeah, absolutely. It seems like I've hit 25 in more matches than I did before. It's
Yeah, for sure.
there's kind of two types of games. The game where the team that is deathballing is able to break the high ground early and win, and the games where
Hmm.
they don't, and it's a long protracted battle. And then at that point, a lot of the times the team that was defending is able to get back in and usually, push them out and take it themselves.
Yeah.
10 seconds
We
remaining.
see an Underlord ban, and this character like just recently got added to CM,
5 seconds remaining.
obviously, but like this character has been really, really good this patch. At least when it comes to pubs, like he has, I think, the second
Using up
highest
your
win
reserve
rate
time.
currently. At least when it comes to like 5k plus.
Who's got the highest? Omni?
Treant.
Oh, Tree. That's another one who had
Yeah.
a pretty interesting
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. He's crazy. Like he's like the bounty hunter slash Ricky of this patch. He's like the roaming like support that can like gank people.
Yeah,
And he
with
has like
that,
global presence too with the
yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say about him, and I'm very excited to see that. I'm sure PPD would be excited as well, because the
yeah,
addition
I'm
of
sure.
his ability to get some good damage, or at least stun that person out of invisibility so that people can jump on him, and then he's got a very powerful slow, which also has very good sustain. And like you said, the global presence where he doesn't have to be near a hero to help him escape a gank. You just throw the
Mhm.
living armor out.
Yeah, and then you got the little like buffs, I mean little things that he's good at here and there, like being able to heal towers and structures just in general.
And with bounty runes and tomes, as you were mentioning earlier, if he's doing a very good job of rotating, contesting, and taking as many bounty runes as he can, getting that
Yeah.
Ags up earlier is much easier.
Yeah. Oh, that eggs is so good. Like it's incredible. Like once he gets that set up everywhere, I mean, he forces the opponent teams to buy a gem really early, but then you have to, you can start putting around like trees in your own jungle, and then it takes forever for the enemy to clear all of it. And then like if you have like placed them around jungle camps, it kind of works as like a farming tool for you because you can just ultimate like whenever you don't feel like there's gonna be a fight anytime soon, and they just gain money by killing all the jungle camps.
The cooldown isn't even that long, especially when you get to about the level 3. You need the kind of the level 16, now level 18,
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah.
kill most camps with it. Definitely not the big creeps in the big camps and the hard camps, but all the other creeps will die to it. And it's on a relatively low cooldown. I don't have it here.
Yeah,
What's
for how powerful
something
it is.
like 45, 50 seconds, I think, right? Maybe a little bit longer.
Let me look it up.
It is on a Okay, it's on a 70 second.
cooldown?
That's not bad at all. Down to
But
60
he has a
seconds.
cooldown.
Down to
Yeah.
60 seconds with the talent, and then if you get if you get an Octarine, 45 seconds. Which, I mean, if you start, well, like we're talking about that farming tool, if you get it to that point where you can just cast R and farm, you can get, I can't remember what the exact numbers are, but it's like a 500 GPM boost if you're casting it every time it's off cooldown.
Yeah. And yeah, and even without the eggs, his ulti is so solid in team fights. Like it's like a lot more than I think, a lot more impact than Ricky usually has. Like Ricky, if he doesn't get farm early game, like as in like he doesn't get a lot of successful ganks, he's kind of weak when it comes to
As
late
far
game.
as
Like
his
he's,
ult as well, right? Because
yeah,
it's
he
just his
only
right
has
click.
yeah, he only has smoke cloud. That's basically it. Late game, if he never gets farm early game, he's just pretty useless. Like it's like bounty hunter is like a little different because track is always good.
A couple
But
other
like
notes
yeah,
with him. The root change helps him massively with overgrowth
Ooh.
because that is a root. That is a very powerful
for
root.
sure.
And then
Yeah,
one
and
thing
that's
that
like,
actually harms
definitely one of
him.
my favorite changes too.
Yeah, the root change. It's pretty nice. Some skills are ridiculously annoying about it. Techies.
Yeah. Yeah, and like it's like gives you so much more options against those like really slippery heroes, like being able to deal with Slark better, being able to deal with like anti-mage, Kuno Pain better. I mean, not that Kuno
Especially
Pain
anti-mage.
needed any nerf, yeah, but anti-mage is so much more like weaker because of that like nerf. Because I was like, I'm for some reason a little hesitant to see like anti-mage get slightly buffed because like the character can be so strong when he's really strong. And he got a little bit of buffs here, but like I mean he doesn't feel bad at all.
That-
The Rod of Atos, for example, against anti-mage is so insane. It doesn't matter if he has a 2-second blink or whatever. Like you just Rod of Atos them, and then if you have like sheep stick on top of that, and you just like cycle through both of them, and he just rooted forever.
Let's take a look at these teams. Golgi, I'm gonna cop to not being super knowledgeable about the current patch. Like I've been playing here and there, and I picked up stuff, but it's just such big changes. What can you tell me
I
about the
agree.
shift in the meta? What can you tell me about these teams from your knowledge of 7.0 right now?
Well, I mean, Shadow Demon Luna, this combo, we've been dealing with for a pretty good time now. It's been really strongly nerfed recently. The Shadow Demon, like the uninteractive illusion push, is almost basically unviable. Like the illusions do almost no damage to towers now, and they give your opponents money. So, it's not as good. But the combo itself is still good. Shadow Demon can be still really good at protecting your allies and dealing a good amount of damage and putting out control in the fights. And Luna, I think she's just gotten really strong this patch, just with the change of Helm Dominator is really good on her.
Absolutely.
And just being able to have these talents just make her a little bit more stronger mid game, which is where Luna wants to be strong, I think.
Now I know that
And-
I believe that they picked Shadow Demon first, so it wasn't picked in counter. But Shadow Demon is a good defensive support going up against that disruptor, right? If you can time that, if you know someone's getting glimpsed.
Yeah, and it's a pretty easy timing, so it should be good.
There's our dot
and
pause.
then, yeah.
All right, with the dot pause, we'll go ahead and introduce the teams. On the Radiant, we're going to have Chaos playing his Disruptor, something he plays often. It will be Lord Day on the Juggernaut, Mr. Dwarf SC on our Shadow Fiend, Risen Day on the Centaur Warrunner, and Axosh on the Enigma. I like this pickup. I like Enigma. You don't see him often in the in-houses or even in pro games, but he can be very powerful when played not like I did the other week. I have a story about that I'll say later. Also, with his cosmetic in the pause, it looks like his bracers are falling off. Do you see that?
Oh, let's see where he is at. It looks okay. It looks okay to me.
All right, well, hit me up
I'm
with
trying
that
to zoom in.
dire lineup, Mr. Golgi.
All right, we have Ron Swanson running his Luna, Pony Boy on his OD, the Boulder on his Sand King, Emperor on his Shadow Demon, and Top Gun on his name is too long. Top Gun on Betamax playing Ogre Magi.
I think Emperor is Emperor, but with a cheeky
Emperor,
spelling.
Yeah. Yeah, just to point out some of the characters that are like I think more unfamiliar when it comes to this patch. Like we know like Ogre Magi has been powerful for a while, Sand King has been good, OD has been alright for a bit. But the character we haven't seen in a while is Shadow Fiend, who has made a really big comeback this patch, and I think he is
Is it that
quite
Souls
well
buff?
balanced. Yeah, he gotten more souls, and just the talents also help him much better. I
Yeah,
think
he
like
gets
turn
2
on
damage
more
per
early game.
soul with his talent, and then it's the Ags that allows him to get more souls, right?
Yeah, and he has like really differing builds you can go for. You can go for the big nuke spellcaster build with Shadow Fiend, because his talents like give you like 2 options, right? Because you can go for the movement speed spell amp, with evasion, and then Shadow Rage cooldown to go like the full caster build, or you can go a full right clicker build by taking the other talents that the talent tree offers.
Ooh, Axosh, very nice. He's going to go ahead and just convert the mid lane creep, something that you typically see with Lich, but he's going to do it on his Enigma. He can actually start popping his Clarity right now, because as one of the changes from the patch, those pesky neutral creeps won't cancel it.
Yeah, definitely one of the biggest patches too in this patch. You can use salve and dive towers, and towers won't take it off. That's huge. And you never have to rage about those moments when that range creep hits you for no reason and takes that salve off of you either.
Now, one thing I noticed, Golgi, and
Always
tell me
sad.
if I'm wrong on this, I heard that as far as the initial bounty runes go, it hasn't been split up as a top and bottom, but more of a left and right, where you would see the Dire pick up this off-lane rune and contest it, whereas Radiant would go for these 2 runes. That didn't happen in this game. Is that something we're seeing in the professional scene?
Yeah, when it comes to, I think, pro scenes, they do that more often, just because it's really hard to defend your
Off-lane.
off-lane rune.
And it's
And,
very easy
there's
to
a
pressure
distance-
theirs.
Yeah, and just the distance between the two runes across the river are a lot closer to each other than across your lane. Because if you see like where the runes are placed within the lanes, that they're not really towards the center; they're more towards the outside. So if your team is getting like invaded on the other side, it's really hard for you to go there, and it's hard to scout out both sides of your jungle. While if you scout out the enemy side of the jungle on your safe lane side, so their off lane side, they're not really going to be in your safe lane unless they entered your safe lane jungle from the mid lane with a smoke. So just a lot of ifs. It doesn't really
Even
work.
then, that would get spotted out, wouldn't it? Or would that not get broken by the tower with cutting it real close?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you like really round out this corner, you can. But yeah, it's just super easy to scout out. If you just have anyone sitting like here, they'll see it. Yeah, and that's why I think they go for the.
Chaos does have an invis rune. He's coming here to the mid, looking to maybe make some pressure happen on this OD.
He is
Or
only
I see
level 2.
he's coming very
he has
forward.
glimpse, though.
He's got the lightning out. Here comes
the glimpse.
here comes the glimpse.
Oh,
very nice job. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard gank for Chaos to get in this mid lane. Oh, he stayed.
It didn't work.
Or did Dwarf just go hard on him? Did he not get back soon enough? What happened there?
No, he did get teleported back. So okay, so glimpse does pull people back. Huh.
Oh,
Looks
so
like
as
the
soon as it was over.
Yeah, he
Is
will
that-
just place there. He will just place there even when it was over.
Huh.
Is that supposed to be intended?
I
I'm
don't,
not sure
I
if
don't
that's
think
supposed to be
so. I don't
intended.
think it's supposed to be that way.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's not going to work for Shadow Demon Disruption either.
Risen Day in a bit of trouble, pinging him out. Just taking a lot of damage, but he will be fine.
Yeah, he is Centaur after all. He does have a healing self, so he's going to be okay. And there is also a shrine still off cooldown. So he has a few options available to him. Yeah, I'm talking about that shrine. The shrines are so big now. Like, you almost never ever have to go back to base anymore.
It would be highly discouraged, yeah,
incredible.
and it's very important to communicate with your team when you need to use those shrines, so that they can dump all their spells and harass, and then go meet you at the shrine. Right now mid,
Yeah.
let's say Risen wanted to use it in the off lane. He needs to let Dwarf know, so that Dwarf knows to spam the crap out of his spells on the wave, push the wave on the heroes here, deal with this ogre. Then he can go and pressure a little bit, take some damage, then go do his fountain.
Yeah. And also filling the bottle is a lot more easier because of the bounty jewels beside the shrines, which are always guaranteed. Although it only gives you 2 charges, but like, if you're guaranteed getting the rune every single time, 2 charges is a pretty good deal. Another thing to mention is the shrines within the base, beside the tier 3s. I see a lot of people not using them enough. Like,
I forget to use them all the time. It's just
Yeah.
so weird for them to be there. It feels like.
yeah. Like early game, they can be used too. Like as a mid, like you can go there and get the healing there, courier out any items you need halfway, and then go back. And it's a lot quicker than actually going back to your fountain. And no one's going to care if you use those shrines that early on in the game. No one's going to be like, oh, one of the 5 shrines in my base is off cooldown. Her. Like no one
for
uses
5
those,
minutes.
So, yeah. So make sure to just pop those whenever. So never really touch the fountain anymore. You can always touch the shrines instead.
And they heal.
Oh,
They heal faster than the fountain.
Yeah, definitely.
Action in the
And
mid.
also
Dwarf
late
SC,
game,
going
during
down to
sieges,
Pony Boy.
Make sure to use them. Oh, damn. Completely missed that one.
Yeah, Pony Boy had
On me.
just enough damage
Structures are fortified.
to take him out.
Did Dwarf go on that one?
Yeah, I think he was the aggressor. He was up on Pony Boy's high ground.
Right. Being a little overconfident. On that, Pony Boy is a little bit of trouble. Did he
Yeah,
see?
what is he
This is-
doing here?
wow.
He needs to get out of here. Whoa, 2 more hits, Dwarfs, go. There you go. Gonna use the raise style kill. A little bit of pressure on the bottom as well. Lord Day stunned up on the tower. He's spinning up. Boulder in a little bit of trouble. Taking a lot of damage from the spin. Top Gun's gonna go down. Now Boulder on the run. He's out into the trees. Lord Day gets stunned up and goes down. But Chaos is gonna be on the chase.
Oh,
He
that's
gets the
gonna be
lightning
it.
strike. That'll be it. Unfortunate that the position 1 had to die for that, but they did get 2 out of it. And he did get a little bit of XP from it, so not the worst, but definitely could have been better. Could have been cleaner.
Dyer's bottom bottom tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
I mean, I think if
Dire's
I mean, if
bottom
Juggernaut
tower
didn't
is
die
under
there,
short shrift.
they probably wouldn't have got the Sand King, but saving their core and missing
Lord
out
Day's
on the
back
Sand
though.
King kill
Boulder's
is
already
really
used his
fine.
stun. He's getting Malefist up. Ooh, just barely manages to juke Lord.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is such an annoying offlane to go against.
Yeah, but
Sand King
he's
and
getting
Ogre.
plenty of support though.
Radiant's top tower
And they already took the tower there, so
At the cost
Juggernaut
of their
doesn't have
own
to really worry
offlane
too
though,
much.
Ron Swanson, it looks like he's having a pretty good time. Hit me up with the last hit numbers, the wins. How are these lanes going?
well, I actually don't know how to look at last hits on this new UI.
It's the same as
Oh, right.
Q, W, E, what is it, T, I think?
Let's see, right. Okay, so we see Enigma with the highest last hits. I mean, obviously he's been in the jungle the whole time, but otherwise it seems pretty even. Actually, exceptional safe lane. Juggernaut did get a lot worse of a safe lane with only 16 last hits compared to Luna's 36, which makes sense. Luna did have two supports
back.
helping her out.
Boulder managed to just...
Oh,
is he gonna
there's
make it?
Dark
Oh, he
Hole.
makes it. That was a good, he was able to burrow strike out of that kinetic field.
So in mid lane there was a black hole that almost got
Okay, yeah.
Ponyboy, but he's coming back. Oh
my god, double kill with the raises. Now he's going on Top Gun on Betamax. Enigma is gonna hit the deck. I don't think you can kill Ogre here. You gotta get back, Dwarf.
Ponyboy just got a little too greedy there. Underestimated the Shadow Raise damage.
chipped away.
And now he's
Now
going
he's
for the
stunned under
Ogre.
tower with a full creep wave here. Get out of there, Dwarf.
Yeah, probably not the smartest at going against Ogre. I mean, even if Ogre didn't stun him, I don't think he had enough damage to kill Ogre. It's just so
Gets
tanky.
stunned up. Here comes Ponyboy. He already used his Astral. Dwarf is going to be able to just walk out of here. He's got another tick of Caustic on him. They are diving hard for it, and they are going to be able to get him. Here comes the Burrow Strike.
You have to take this
Shadow Fiend hits the deck. Kill goes to Playboy. Or Ponyboy. Gas is in, but it's just him. No, here comes Lord Day as well. Lord Day,
doesn't
no
have many
mana.
mana though.
tower could use some help.
And here comes Shadow Demon. They might think about turning here.
Radiant's
They think they're... Oh, Boulder is still there though.
Yeah, they know he's
But they
there.
had no detection.
No detection. It's gonna be. They're gonna wait forever if they just wait for this out.
Yeah, looks like
Oh,
just
he got it.
make
Does he
out
have a
there.
T? Does he have a blink? How did he get out of there
No,
so quick? Did he just walk?
He just walked and they
I
just
didn't
gave up
even
and
see
he
him.
Burrow Strike over the wall.
tower is under attack.
I guess they didn't want to waste the time sitting on top of him.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
So laning stage, they're gonna deny up this mid tower. Laning stage slightly favoring the Dire. What do you think?
Yeah, no, for sure. Their mid laner is slightly ahead of the Shadow Fiend. Even though Shadow Fiend did get more kills, looks like the extra support that Ponyboy got in lane did turn out to be worth it.
They're gonna go
There's a
on to the
stampede
Luna though.
actually.
Double edge more than enough to delete that last little bit of Luna health. Luna doesn't
Yeah,
have a
and-
ton of health in the early game. Very, very susceptible. She was left all by herself. None of the supports were there.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think that kill kind of like evens it out a little bit. Right now, the Enigma is
Enigma
actually
is in
eclipsing.
big trouble though. Oh, the stun has gone out to Enigma. He does get disrupted.
Radiant's
Dwarf
top
has
Oh my God,
CeeLo here.
those-
Instead, it's Shadow Demon and Ogre hitting the deck.
Man, those Eidolons, there were like 6 Eidolons there because they did multiply and did so much damage to Shadow Fiend who was stunned by the Stomp.
Static Storm used bottom. Boulder, Sand King trying to get out of there. Lord Day does go down. They get the return kill, and now Ponyboy, he may go down as well. Gets glimpsed back.
Alright, he does imprison himself, but he will be brought back.
Yeah, he's
there
brought
he is.
back. So
Man,
oh,
that is so
he gets
weird.
a
Oh, he
return
doesn't get a
kill.
kill.
And Dwarf will clean him up.
triple kill.
That was a little close. Yeah, that is so jarring. Did it always work like that? I'm assuming it did, because if it's new, I'm sure people have been talking about it.
I don't think. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. But it's supposed to. You're removed from the map, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, you can
and
dodge it with a
I mean,
Manta.
Yep, you can. And like, you know, if it would change your position, you would think the imprisonment would be brought over to the location of disruption, but it doesn't. That's so weird.
Radiant's top
Bot
tower
lane, there's
is
going to be a small engagement here.
Centaur gets
Centaur's
Astral
confidence
Chaos in
doesn't-
a lot of trouble. The Burrow Strike misses. He's got the glimpse. There it goes. There it goes. It actually just sends him out to safety, Sand King.
I decided to disengage there. They did sniff out the fact that Shadow Fiend might be around. We see that Dwarf is going for a Shadow Blade build, the Claymore in a stash. So we're going to be seeing some sneaky Requiem plays.
Ron Swanson will be going for that Helm of the Dominator. Expected.
Yeah, that item is so good now. Oh wait, actually no, he is not going for the Helm of Dominator. Because
Oh,
you don't
that's
build
right.
that Morbid Mask anymore.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Maybe he has an old build.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, what do you turn the Morbid? Maybe he just having a Morbid Mask just for sustain. But I find Helm of Dominator just enough. Oh, Lord Days might get caught on here, but
If
he
Lord
does have
Day,
the blade
no,
here.
you gotta go back. He's got Eclipse. Oh,
Oh!
what?
It's only 3 slashes, level 1 Omni Slash. So,
I thought that'd be more than enough to kill that Luna. Risen Day, everyone else
Yeah.
going up the mid pretty hard. That was crazy.
Dyer's middle
that was a really
tower
close
is under
engagement. Chaos does get picked off there by the Shadow Demon.
Shadow Demon already has his Shadow Blade up. He's gonna go hard onto Emperor.
Oh no, there's a black hole.
Knight right into 2. Risen Day is in there. There goes the double edge. Top gun on Betamax on the run. There comes the charge.
Stampede.
Nothing to stop him. There goes another double edge. Can he get no crush off in time or no hoof stomp?
More last hit.
He has to go. Ron Swanson's
Risen
here.
Day, Bobby,
Nice.
no.
Malefice is going to keep that. Oh, he can't stay here. Oh no! Ron Swanson now going in, taking a lot of damage himself. He gets a support kill, but pays with his own life. Are we gonna see, are they finally gonna back? It's only at half health, this mid tower that I thought would be much lower with this protracted engagement.
Dyer's middle tower.
And that just was so scattered there.
Dyer's middle
The
tower.
black hole was the biggest thing. When Ponyboy got on there by the Enigma, he could have imprisoned the Enigma and walked out, but I think he misclicked himself instead. So he just set himself up for a really easy black hole.
Maybe a quick cast or something?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what happened, because you definitely want to imprison the Enigma there so you can just walk out. They're dropping some sentries around the map now. Shadow Fiend probably has his, he has Shadow Blade completed. And Luna is going to get gone on here. That's definitely a dead Luna.
Once again, yeah, they have all the tools they need. Two TBs coming in, one is cancelled. Second one cancelled as well, not surprising.
No point.
And so they've got their eye on this top tier 2. This is that quasi death ball we've been talking about. Doesn't look like Dire has any way to stop the Radiant right now. So they're gonna just
Yeah,
try and
they're
get
just
whatever
going
they
for a
can out of the
trade.
map,
Not much good.
and then
Quantum
they'll start to
tower.
turtle.
You should probably last hit the bottom turret. Nope, they're not going to.
Radiant's bottom
We'll
tower
let the
is
Kelpal take that
under
one. But they did get a tower in the end, which is good. At least gets some kind of objective. And meanwhile, Ponyboy is pushing out the mid lane.
He's gonna have to get
Radiant's
back
middle
soon.
tower shouldn't have to take
Yeah,
this
and
Yeah,
he's
he
moving
does.
the right direction. He is moving down. Oh, he shouldn't go back. But he does have a force staff now, so he does some kind of escape.
Finds Centaur.
Okay.
They're beating on
And he just
Dyer's
runs
top
away.
tower.
Yeah. Can't stay too long with a disruptor on the enemy team.
Dire have fortified their structures. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Axosh puts the pressure on the top. Nope, and he's got friends to back him up as well. Still, oh, actually, Black Hole is off cooldown at this time.
Top tower? Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Enigma already has a mechanism, so they do have a really good team fight coming out on the side of the Radiant right now.
Not much
It's a
good
really
for
strong mid-game lineup.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, Odie is still going to need a little bit more farm. He is going to go for the usual Hurricane Pike. And I find that it's really hard for OD to really fight until he does get a decent bit of levels, because with his new build he doesn't really put points to Arcane Orb until late.
Stomp
game.
out onto
He can't
Ogre
really
Matt
go
or
all that
Ogre.
much.
He goes down very quickly. They're just roaming his 5. Are they gonna find Ron Swanson here as well? Ron's gotta go.
Yeah, he's running.
No vision to catch him. He's TPing. They think they know he's here. He gets out.
Yeah, but he makes some time. But on the bright side, the cores of the Dire are farming pretty well. Although Shadow Fiend is doing the best, the Luna and OD are not too far behind.
They're doing a good job trying to, like, they see that they're going as 5, so they're doing as much as they can elsewhere to keep this team having to go back and split up, keep them off that high ground that they have their eye on right now. Dire only has 1 tier 2 left.
Yeah, and once all the tier 2s fall, the important thing is the fact that you can actually take out the shrines in the map, which is a pretty big deal. Because it gives them a lot less mobility around the map, and it cuts off an easy access to the Sacred Shop.
Yep. Yeah, it's not just
Interesting
the
build right now.
sustain that those shrines give you. You can TP on them, and you can even, especially when the tier 2, see this top tier 2 is down. So if they're going right there, if they really were so inclined and they had good map awareness or map vision or anything like that, the entire team could TP into this shrine here, and then go engage them from the back. Pick out those backliners first that you usually have trouble engaging into.
Yeah. Yeah, if Luna and Sand King comes from the back while the other guys come from the front and they just sandwich them in. It's pretty scary to walk into an Eclipse epicenter. And interesting to point out is that Juggernaut is actually going for Maelstrom. It's not really an item we see often on Juggernaut at all. And
Maelstrom is the new Battle Fury.
Yeah, that's true. Battle Fury is, I mean, it's the cleave change, isn't it? They change the shape of the cleave, and Battle Fury is not really good anymore. I mean, Battle Fury hasn't really been good for a long time, actually.
Yeah, with such a fighty meta,
Yeah.
that Battle Fury is very good for farming, but not anywhere comparable to a Maelstrom Mjolnir for fighting.
Yeah.
And gives you the farming as well.
Yeah, and even some of the the stereotypically always get Battle Fury characters like PA now doesn't even build PA anymore because there are much better builds around for her. Yeah, it just doesn't fit on any character really. I can't really think of a single character that really wants Battle Fury anymore.
Me, AM still, right? Maybe? Or is there even something better for AM? That's the only one.
No. Yeah, for sure. AM definitely. Only character that needs to farm hard enough, I guess. How can I forget the good old AM?
And it's his mobility that really makes it that good, because you can clear. Actually, I mean, it's somewhat less good because with the 2-minute neutral respawn time,
yeah,
AM is so important on because he can. That's true. It's only 2 more camps though, right?
Yeah, but there's one more ancient camp, and there are 3 camps so far on the offside now. And then going to the enemy jungle is better, especially towards the late game when people are trying to team fight and making space for you as an AM. You can easily go around and get the enemy bounty runes.
Risen Day, Dwarf SC, they're gonna use the Stampede to just get out of there. They were doing some pretty good damage. Chaos gonna throw a defensive. Oh no, who's getting caught over here? It's Enigma.
It's going to be
He's
fine.
got his blink, and there he goes. He's got the blink up, not blinking yet. Get out of there, buddy. Oh, they're gonna bait. They're baiting. There goes my god. Requiem gets a couple. Immediately, OD goes down. Eclipse is used, but not enough to kill anyone. Hacksaw, she gets the Eclipse or the Black Hole out. Boulder, nice epicenter, but it's not going to be enough. Our Dwarf SC is back, and he's ready to go on Pony Boy right now. Oh, but he's got his Arcane Pike already.
Detection.
Oh my god!
He's still alive in the imprisonment.
He doesn't have a blink, but his Hurricane Pike. He's got that.
Oh, he got juked.
He had that salve though. That was enough to keep him up and might have saved his life if OD did go on him.
Yeah.
OD picked the wrong direction, unfortunately. That could have been. That was a very good turnaround by them, by Dyer.
Wow, I had no idea. I didn't think Ponyboy had any chance of turning that around, but he did build up enough intelligence with that good hurricane pipe play. And when I saw that he didn't have detection, I thought that was the end of that. But man, that Sanity's Eclipse does so much damage. It's instantly deleting the Shadow Fiend and Enigma. And having clutch time to get the Astral Imprisonment up too, because Juggernaut couldn't stay around the Astral Imprisonment because of the drop damage that killed him. It's really well played, actually. He did have to buy back for that, so he did have the gold penalty for that fight, but that doesn't really matter because he actually did propel himself onto the top of the gold charts with that buyback, so that's a really worthwhile buyback if I say so myself.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
That just took so much momentum out of Radiant's sails as well.
Yeah, that was a fight when they had Aegis too, by the way, on Shadow Fiend. So they were pretty confident, and it was looking a really good fight for them. Everything really lined up, but yeah, that OD buyback really turned it around. Shadow Fiend is now going for a BKB. Good decision against the enemy team. There's a lot of CC and also OD, whose damage is severely weakened by BKB. Enigma has Boots of Travels now with the Blink Dagger, so he's going to be able to be in every fight and push out every lane too.
It's going to be aggression. Here comes Risen Day. The hoof stomp is going to miss. There goes the Hurricane Pig right away. Dwarf says, see, no chance. He does get disrupted. But he gets taken down very easily and very quickly. Ponyboy on the run from Risen now. The double edge is there. Risen Day hoof stomp just off again a little bit too soon. And he goes down. This OD.
Lord Day's hunting.
Lord Day's on the hunt. They've got a nice disruption.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, so greedy. Oh, Boulder's to go die too.
And
No!
he's able to use the Omni Slash to get another kill and get himself out of that bad position. There goes the Healing Ward Top Gun on Betamax on the run now.
Radiant's top
Emperor also on the run. Disruption is used. The
Oh,
Eidolons,
wow.
is it gonna be enough? It'll be the illusions instead.
And Ogre,
And
does
Ogre
also
goes
die
down
too.
as well. Meanwhile,
Ogre
Luna,
almost TP'd out, and Disruptor just got him in the last second.
Luna doing Luna things though.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Getting a single tower. Man, that fight would have been on just complete opposite way if OD did not decide to go super aggressive there. Also, Austin is TPing out. He should be able to make it. Yeah, he does.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Dyer's snow fortified their structures.
Another thing
Ron
to
Swanson
mention
actually
here.
almost killed himself there.
Dyer's
He had the Shadow Blade up right after Luna popped her Eclipse, so he used it. And then in his desperation to stop her TP and kill her, he, you know, right-clicked and actually almost went down to the Eclipse damage.
Oh, right. Completely forgot about that. Wouldn't that have been funny?
Sand King comes in, he's going to be able to catch Lord Day,
Go on.
spins up immediately and gets the hell out of dodge. They're Dire doing a very good job trying to keep this shrine alive.
Yeah. But it's kind of going to be a losing battle. It's really hard to keep these alive once your towers are down. So you see that Juggernaut actually went a very aggressive talent tree build. He did forego the armor and the health for the attack speed and damage, and he went for a Echo Saber. This is a unusual item for Juggernaut. Well, he's actually going a really early game build. The next item for him is going to be a Sanjin Yasha.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Sanjin Yasha, Echo Saber, and Maelstrom. Very cheap build.
Yeah, and then with those items, transitioning a little bit harder later is going to be much more difficult. Although he's going up against this Luna, so they have to play for this early.
Yeah. Yeah, this Luna is going to get pretty scary late game, and then dealing with OD super late game is pretty hard too.
It is going to be a smoke by the Radiant. They're going to run direct. It's going to be a double smoke, running right into each other. Risen Day, he finds Ponyboy, gets immediately blown up, but we've got... No! Very nice job by Chaos. He's going to keep them in that Static Storm. Enigma, now in a bad position. Oh, he gets Force Staff, but he gets the Eclipse out, or the Black Hole, and that will take down the other two immediately. That was... almost a good play. That's actually hilarious. He got the Black Hole down, then was Force Staffed by the OD.
So it was harder for him to, sort of hard for him to cancel it. But yeah, there was really no one alive that could cancel that anyways. Enigma is going for a... He's going for a Octarine core now. It's interesting. I thought he went for a BKB because they don't have any way to cancel BKB Black Hole on the enemy team.
Who is?
Enigma.
Oh wow, yeah, Black Hole definitely the way to go, or BKB.
Yeah, but he decides to go for a reduced cooldown. I mean, his ultimate hasn't been disrupted so far, so maybe he feels like he can position himself correctly and dodge CC. In this way, he can just have more uptime in his fights. They do finally destroy the shrines, all the shrines on the outside of the base.
They have so many ways to stop a naked black hole, though.
Yeah, they do. Really easy way to do it. Even Luna has a really long-range way to do it. OD can do it with imprisonment. Zankin can do it. Everyone can do it. Shadow
Every
Demon
single,
and
yeah.
Ogre. Yeah. So yeah, I think BKB is phenomenal here. Just there's a lot of CC on the enemy team, and there's no way for him to disrupt a magic immune target.
And over the Octarine, I think it's going to be very important for him to get an Ags, because Luna, OD, both very natural BKB carriers. So when you can get that pure damage on Midnight Pulse, or onto your ult, so you can get both a Midnight Pulse and your ult, you can get them down to like 20%, more than that, but
Yeah.
it's a significant amount of damage, and it's a very powerful way to lock down and do damage to a BKB target.
Yeah. Although I find usually getting Refresher is almost always better than Egg Scepter, unless you get Refresher and then Egg Scepter. Then it's insane, because you can 100% damage anyone in the game, because it's percentage based.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Refresher, when you go with when you're the one who gets the mech, it's very hard to get an Octarine first, or a Refresher first. It will be the initiation.
Yeah, for
Risen
sure.
Day taking a lot of damage, and he will go down. Are they going to back? Or are they going to stay in Axosh? TP's in, and they just back off.
Yeah. Yeah, especially considering that Enigma didn't get a Guardian Greaves either. He decided to go for Deep Boost Travel, which is also a really good build. They're going to be taking their second Roshan of the game.
That didn't
did
take much
finish
time at all.
Yeah. So lots of stats on Juggernaut here. Comes item updates. OD is working towards his BKB. He'll be done there in about 1,000 more gold, 1,500 more gold. 4 staffs complete on Shadow Demon.
If he buys out, I think he should be saving for buyback at this point, right? Where they're
Yeah.
positioning to
Like
go
the
up
last
high
one,
ground.
He decides to imprison himself again. Oh, he blinks
He has
out,
the
right?
blink out,
The
yeah.
blink dagger. Right. But I mean, I think he should just imprison the person who's chasing you almost at all times, even though he has blink. It's just better. Luna is also working towards a BKB, so there's gonna be BKB City pretty soon over on the other side. Sand King is working towards his Aghanim's, which I'm not sure how good is in this game. The increased range is nice, but the Caustic Finale isn't really important this game.
So Radiant has a limited time window here. They've got all the tier 2s, all the shrines. They've got Aegis. I can't help but notice that they're not as 5 people right now pushing a lane, and that worries me.
Maybe they think if they just outfarm the map, then the Dire, they can win later on in the game. Because the changes to Shadow Fiend actually makes him kind of decent, more of a decent late game character now. Like before, like his late game was pretty weak, but his talent at level 25, which is 150 attack range, he actually has like sniper range. So that actually makes him much more viable late game right click carry. OD getting got on here on the top side.
They're gonna give it the black hole for it, and the Omni Slash, he goes down. He is down. He has buyback. 75 seconds. Boulder is in though. Lord Day gets that mechanism, and he's got that Aegis as well. If they commit an Eclipse here, no, they're not going to.
That's only the
Enigma is down.
Aegis,
Eclipse
though.
is up, but a lot of significant creep damage. Lord Day taking a ton of damage now. They do get the ward down. Where is his team to back him up? Here they come. Oh, you guys gotta get away from that right now. Here comes the Requiem. Oh, everything goes down. Everyone goes down. Top Gun on Betamax in the run. On the run. 1, 2, 3 right clicks.
Double kill.
Boulder just barely escaping. He does shrine up, and it's going to be left to him to try and defend this. He has an epicenter.
Yeah, that fight just dragged on a little too long. Ogre Magi had
Buybacks from
buyback.
Ogre.
We have 20 seconds out on OD.
Gonna try and delay this as much as possible. They've got their
I feel like
nice,
like Border
nice Burrow
should
Strike blinks.
commit his epicenter here. Or maybe
Ideally,
he's just waiting for
he
him to
really
come up.
wants OD there. Stun comes out.
Yeah.
Boulder is caught. They're gonna find him. Oh, he does manage to Burrow Strike out. Chaos. Glimpse is
Here's
up.
OD.
There it goes. But OD's
yeah, he's
in now,
definitely
ready
dead.
to just kill everyone. Sand King
nice
is
disruption.
not gonna die to the Thunder Strike. Instead, it'll be Risen. He even comes back, gets a nice kill, gets a nice stun.
Dire's top barracks have fallen.
So that was a successful hold. They did end up taking out the melee racks and some significant damage on the range, so that must have been Shadow Fiend in the backline just picking up those buildings, so that's good that they got something out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shadow Fiend did stay disciplined there. I think it definitely was a mistake for Disruptor and Centaur to get greedy over that kill.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a Sand King, and they could just sit the tower and got out, especially with OD coming up. So we have BKB completed on Luna. She also does have a Manta style, which I think she had for a little while. Pony Boy is still saving up for buyback. He hasn't bought out his BKB yet. We does see the Aghanims complete on Sand King finally. So which will give him a much better initiation.
OD now caught inside of the storm. Pony Boy does get the kill. He's got his BKB up, so he's hitting away right now. Boulder on the run. Another BKB used. This one's by Luna. Here she comes with the Eclipse. Smacking away. Oh, Shadow Fiend gets caught by a Burrow Strike. Here comes the black hole onto all four of them. Right into an Omni Slash. They are all going to go down. Immediate buybacks from OD and Luna. They are by themselves to defend this Rax.
This Black Hole Requiem combo is ripping apart the Dire team. Jesus Christ.
Black Hole Requiem Omni. That was just about everything they needed. So they're trying to defend right now. They do not have a fort. Risen Day immediately goes in. He's going to have that Blade Mail stop the damage up. Ron Swanson on the run, and he gets glimpsed. He is down. GG called by Ron Swanson. I think his team is going to fall in line because I don't see a way that they come back from this.
Yeah, this looks real bad. Maybe actually that was the reason for OD to have bought out the BKB there. Because if he had the BKB there, he could have BKB out of the storm and just walked out the cage. And that getting caught there definitely set up everything. But shout out to Exosh for that sweet ass 4-man black hole. Jesus.
So as far as the game goes there, do you think it was a draft advantage, a play advantage? What happened here?
It's hard to say. I think the draft. I think the draft were fine on both teams. The draft from the other team, nothing really stands out. I guess maybe if we do point out the draft advantage, maybe the Radiant having their team fight characters. Like they're just a lot better when it comes to team fight coordination, right? They have the Stampede to set everything up, and Enigma really enjoys that. And being able to have the AoE damage of Disruptor and Shadow Fiend just meant they just had so much team fight capability, while the Dire requires so much more time for the carries to turn on because they don't have big team fight ultimates. They just have individually good characters. But I think they had a great shot at it if they just didn't get caught in the end game there. I think two times in a row. So it just spelled the end for them.
Definitely agreed on all points. Very good points. Good insight. Thank you so much, Golgi. We will catch you guys for game 2.